Downtown Chicago is one of the most iconic urban environments in the country. World-class dining, walkable neighborhoods, culture, energy, and fun vibes everywhere you look. But here's the real question most people don't ask until after they move. Does Chicago actually deliver the lifestyle people want long-term, or do downtown suburbs quietly win once daily life kicks in? Here's my take. More people than ever are choosing downtown suburbs instead. Places that offer walkability, dining, and transit without fully giving up space or simplicity. So the real question isn't which is better, it's which lifestyle actually fits where you're at right now in your life. In my last video, we broke down the real cost of living in Chicagoland. Today, we're zooming out and comparing daily life, downtown Chicago versus downtown suburbs, lifestyle, walkability, dining, transit, schools, convenience, and what it costs to buy a home. Let's break it down. Living in Chicago offers something that's hard to replicate anywhere else. Constant energy. There's always something happening. Concerts, pop-ups, festivals, networking events, late night food, and spontaneous plans that don't require a car or a calendar invite. I still remember catching Cubs games during the week when my wife lived in Wrigleyville, and we hit the beach just because we felt like it on a hot summer's day. It's the best, especially for people who thrive on adventure. The city can feel limitless. And if you want limitless support for your real estate journey, I'm Austin Weiss, the go-to real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email so we can connect about your moving plans. No pressure, no obligation, just providing you with all the information you need to make the best decision for yourself and your family. At the same time, city energy can feel intense over time, and life circumstances change things, especially when you have kids. Because the noise, the crowds, the traffic, and constant movement become part of everyday life, not just the weekend excitement. Now compare that to downtown suburbs like Naperville, Elmhurst, or Downers Grove, which offer a different rhythm. Still active, still social, still vibrant, but more relaxed vibe. You get community events year-round, a delicious dining scene, safe walkable streets, and nightlife still exists here, all just scaled down to daily living and family-friendly rather than constant energy all hours of the day. Neither is better, they just serve different seasons of life. Now, downtown Chicago is one of the most walkable environments in the country, with everything at your fingertips, all within a few blocks. For the city with the most beautiful skyline in the country, that level of access is a huge win, especially for people who don't want to own a car and deal with the parking hassle. But here's what people underestimate. Walkability only works when it's convenient and comfortable. When winter hits and that icy cold wind hits you from all angles, people tend to cozy up indoors, and suddenly a 5-minute walk feels like an excuse to stay in tonight. Whereas downtown suburbs are walkable in a more intentional way. You can walk to restaurants, schools, events, parks, the train, and weekend events, and you'll deal with less traffic, chaos, and people. Sidewalks are less crowded, and crossing the street doesn't feel like a competitive sport. And if you want to drive, it won't be impossible to find parking. It's not about fewer options, it's about easier movement and accessibility. Here's where Chicago flexes. Downtown Chicago is elite when it comes to food, and it's one of the best food cities in the world. Global cuisine, Michelin-level dining, and hole-in-the-wall restaurants that secretly have the best food in the city. You just have to know where to find them. If food is a major part of your identity, the city delivers at a world-class level, but most people don't eat at Michelin-star meals on a Tuesday night. Now, downtown suburbs have quietly leveled up. Chef-driven restaurants, craft cocktail spots, elevated casual dining, all without hour-long waits or $25 parking garages. Now, every once in a while, a hotspot opens up that you can't quite get into for a few weeks, but for the most part, you can walk into a place and grab a table no problem. Don't get me wrong, many people end up using the city for date night and destination dining, but the suburbs have their hotspots for everyday enjoyment, and that hybrid lifestyle has become very common. If you live and work in the city, Chicago's transit system is incredibly efficient. CTA access is everywhere, no car required, and easy connections across the city. That's a massive advantage, especially if you live within a few blocks of the L station, not only for accessibility, but for resale value. On the other hand, downtown suburbs shift the advantage toward flexibility. Metro trains offer reliable access into the city, While highways make regional travel possible, plenty of suburbanites commute into Chicago each and every day, and with 2 major airports nearby, it's actually a quicker trip to either airport from the suburbs than it is from downtown Chicago. Okay, here's where differences start to show up in subtle ways, because city living is incredibly efficient, but it requires planning. Errands like groceries, parking, deliveries, and storage all take a lot of effort in the city, especially if you have to climb multiple flights of stairs back to your apartment like we did, living on the 3rd floor for several years. In downtown suburbs, things are a little different and tend to be more convenient, especially with a car. Errands stack easily, parking is simpler, schools, parks, and gyms and amenities are all centralized, and you spend less time managing life and more time living it. That's something that's valuable as life gets busier. This is the turning point for most households. Downtown Chicago offers strong school options like magnet and private, but you have to pay for tuition in order to access them, and the public schools can be hit or miss. Whereas in the suburbs, schools are largely built around strong public school districts, great academics, educated teachers, nice facilities, and strong community support are all baked into the design. Even buyers without kids pay attention to schools because they influence demand, resale value, and long-term market strength. This is often where lifestyle decisions start turning into financial decisions as well. Shifting to real estate, downtown Chicago can offer lower entry prices on condos, especially compared to suburban single-family homes. However, monthly assessments, property taxes, and long-term appreciation all play a role. Not to mention quite a few condos in the city, the parking is sold separately. So before buying a condo, make sure to watch my Chicago condo guide right here so you know exactly what to expect. Now, downtown suburbs typically require a higher upfront purchase price, but I have been able to snag some nice affordable downtown suburb properties recently for some clients of mine. So give me a call if you want guidance on those hotspots. You'll have all the conveniences of being in a downtown core, and most downtown areas across Chicagoland have been updating streetscapes along with building new homes, raising older outdated housing for modern designs that fit today's lifestyle better. You can find condo and townhouses options as well without having to pay the absurd monthly assessments some city condos require. When you factor in lifestyle, convenience to amenities, and long-term value, the comparison becomes less about price and more about the fit. So, which option sounds better? You can't really replace city living, and Chicago wins if you value energy, adventure, culture, and spontaneity. But the downtown suburbs win if you want walkability with breathing room, less chaos, and of course a lifestyle that tends to be friendly for the little ones. Neither choice is wrong. The key is choosing the environment that supports where your life is going, not just where it's been. Now, if you're looking for a deeper breakdown of the actual numbers behind these lifestyle choices, make sure to check out this video on the real cost of living across Chicagoland and this video playlist for the top Chicago suburbs, looking at things like livability, schools, downtown areas, and of course the real estate. And if you're relocating, moving out of the city, or just starting your research, Chicagoland rewards people who plan ahead. So give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email so we can connect on a video call and put together a moving plan that's right for you. And if this helped in any way, hit subscribe, drop some comments. I genuinely like hearing from people. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.